EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it will be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, there you see Packer head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. Across from him, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. His guys not quite as hot to start the year, 0-2 heading into this one. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards. That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sanders to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw now, here's Sanders. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devontae Wyatt. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Let's go.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. There's a nice move as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here we go. Ready?
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Browns' 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's taken in by Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. There's a short one caught by Finn, and they'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. You look at this Packers defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the passer, number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of his way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Now Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Out of the gun here, Sanders. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Sanders. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns first down.
Come on.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Sanders. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle. Jenkins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Sanders. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Come on, set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Jordan Love sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
22 meters.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43. Set.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Oh, and now some space to operate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Let's go now. Cut.
Working out of the gun. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 8-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And it's caught. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Packers first down. First and goal, Green Bay.
Here we go. Cut.
Here's Jacobs. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Browns nothing.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready, set.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set. Go.
Here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
19-5, 19-5.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, 55 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The point after, good by Groupie. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Browns 7.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell. And it's a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Let's go now.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
19, Tiger,
36-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling this flag on that one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore from 13 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Down. 10 plus.
To throw now. Here's Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 26-yard line.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 26 yards. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Love now. Able to find his man, Kraft. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And look out, it's the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars as they host the Houston Texans. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Teteroa McMillan. This will wind up a touchdown. This one all tied, 10-10 at halftime. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Here we go. Set.
Sanders now throwing to start the drive. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings
Here we go,
up
here we
second
go.
and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Come on.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Browns first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Get it. Count.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
60 Eagles, 60.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down.
It's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open
Here
up.
we go. Set. Yellow, 22. Punch.
Glove. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolf.
From the gun, it's Shador. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Browns 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them.
Ready?
And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins. He stiff arms him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last series for a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reed. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Number 11, Jaden Reed. A gain of 6
Out of the
yards.
shotgun, it's Love. And he is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 114 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. Here's Love. Short throw has got Kraft. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
From the 29, Love. Short throw has got Kraft. And out of bounds right around the 20.
9 yards. That's another Packers.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get this up just shy of the 30.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here we go. Packers 60, Packers 60.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to top. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good.
Let's go. Ready.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw now, here's Sanders. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
To throw is Sanders. He's got Njoku over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
An inside run with Judkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Come on.
At the 11-yard line.
Sanders to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Grupe for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's another Packers first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's another Packers first down.
Ready?
Love from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And quickly they get to the line.
That's good.
Again, it's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On play action, here's Shadur. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun here, Sanders. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Call a 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 8, 2:06 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Now Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Love. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
6.
And they'll begin by running the option. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Throwing, Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cleveland, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.